In our first episode, we finished off by wanting to do the Diluc quest.
But hold it!
Now, there is a very high chance that you bumped into this channel. If so, please watch the original video of the first episode. With that out of the way, we then returned to Huffman. After our conversation with Huffman, we then went to the Statue of the Seven and we did our standard commissions. After doing one of our commissions that was nearby the Dawn Winery, we then went to Diluc, and so we planned to do the one and only domain, which involves us using Diluc. And yes, I am allowed to use Diluc in this scenario because Hoyoverse have given me the trial character. This means that they intended for me to use Diluc in this domain. After absolutely massacring every single person in that domain, we then go to the Abyss Mage, who got his ass burnt, like over and over and over again. Watch this, watch this.
Stop, please! Don't make me suffer those flames again!
After finishing the commission, we decided to do wishing because I really wanted Navia. And well, let's just say the wishing did absolutely horrible. Like, absolutely freaking horrific, mate. How can this happen? How? You motherfucker! So anyways, we ran into our first issue, which was trying to get the Mist Flowers, because you see, we needed a pyro character, but guess what? There was actually no issues to begin with because we have Amber, and yes, she is from Mondstadt. And as for one of the rules in our challenge, we can use characters that are from their regions, as it makes sense for our traveler to be hanging out with people that are from their respective regions. We then pan to Diluc, doing some really cool acrobatic stuff. Look at him doing the forward slash left right, ABC, up down, left right, BA. It was just absolutely gorgeous. And then we got to play as him again, and that was all fine and dandy. And then we were eventually high enough of a level to go to do the next quest, which is with Razor. And well, that was very simple, to be honest. Except it took a really long time to kill the wolf, but that doesn't matter. Everything's going to take forever, especially with a dull blade traveler. And yes, that is one of the rules if you have the original video. Why haven't you watched the original yet? Come on. Go back to that video first. Look at that sub count. Please do a like. Anyhow, after all of this, I decided to finally do the Abyss before moving on to Liyue fully. And oh my lord, this was ridiculous because I went from this to this. How on earth has an AR-20 character managed to get this high, you might be wondering? Well, it was the effects of the Abyss. That shockwave of damage, it allowed me to easily go through. If you're ever feeling discouraged about doing Spiral Abyss, don't. Because you can do this. Except now you can't, because by the time I'm actually doing this video, the Spiral Abyss thing has reset, so the effects is now gone. I then eventually gave up on floor 8 because, well, I just couldn't be bothered. Which I probably shouldn't have done because I think I probably could have been able to go higher. But just look at this. Level 20 characters versing level, what, 60, 70 characters? That's insane, dude.
Absolutely insane!
We move on to finally going on to Liyue. And this is where our journey begins. And where the ultimate question of whether I can beat Genshin Impact's Liyue segment the way how Hoyoverse has definitely intended. We may run into some obstacles on the way, but I'll show you exactly how I bypassed them. Oh, I should also mention I did more wishes, and yes, I did fail. So moving on to the first part of the Liyue quest, we were framed for doing something illegal, distributing drugs to children. Except we never did it. And then we tried to run away, and then we panned to a beautiful cutscene.
There's nowhere to run.
Hey, buddy, hold still.
Stop! Stop!
Hey, girlie.
Anyhow, Child told us to go take a hike, so we then took a hike on the highest peaks of China's mountains, and we met Cloud Retainer, Moon Carver, and Moose Man. My favorite is Cloud Retainer because look at that. That's an elegant bird. Look at her! That's elegance! She's like a school teacher. She gives the school teacher aesthetics. We then met Zhao, and he was such an emo. He was like,
all my sins, they weigh upon me. I lost my soul when I heard a WhatsApp notification go off. The demons, The messages, they all get to me.
Anyways, moving on from that, we decided to go to Dragonspine, and I have no idea why I did this looking back. I just decided to go back because I had some errands to run, and I finally completed that one quest called In the Mountains. Oh yeah, the reason why I did it was to upgrade my adventure rank because it gives us XP, and that is a lot. We once again reunite with Child, and he wanted to introduce us to a very special individual.
It is an honor to meet you. I have heard tell of you from Mondstadt.
Do you get to the Cloud District very often? Oh, what am I saying? Of course you don't. I'll have you know that there's no pussy.
Zhongli was a very interesting man. As for our interactions though...
You can't do that, my friends. If you were to do so, what would I have?
Shut the fuck up! I will have order!
Anyhow, Zhongli was a very convincing man, and he managed to haggle the heck out of that man. Going through all of the other stuff that required to do the rite of parting, we then encountered the most annoying woman in Genshin.
You need to keep your wrist firm. Now use your strong hand to...
I miss Lisa! Give me Lisa! I don't like you. After that predicament, we move on to Madame Ping, who allowed us to clean out our house, and I've just been asking myself, why on earth do we have spiders in the game? I mean, what is the actual point? I mean, I understand cobwebs, but spiders? Why? And why are they as big as the Traveler? Actually, you know what? I shouldn't ask. This game has a bunch of stuff that I don't understand. We then did some gambling, and we met a zombie, because she wanted that good old Coco goat. And then this.
Tut tut.
But oh my goodness, look at the reactions on their face. This is just priceless. I don't think we're ever going to see Zhongli with such a facial expression in my life ever again. And Ed Sheeran was just laughing in the background. Coco go, Coco go. We then had a very nice dinner with Zhongli because he invited us to have some food that we obviously paid for. Let's be honest, we paid for it in the end. And then we finally found the Coco goat. Look at her, standing above us like she's a god. And oh my god, how on earth is Ningguang not a 5-star? Her assistants are literal 5 stars themselves, yet she's a 4-star. You know what? I'm not going to complain. Hoyoverse, they gave us a free 5-star. And no, not the Traveler, Ningguang. Look at her. If she doesn't scream 5-star, then I don't know what will. After being underleveled, I decided to go back to Mondstadt to do some leveling. I decided to do the artifact domains. This was purely because I wanted to level up, as I was underleveled to not do the next segment of the Archon quest. Oh, did I tell you I won some artifacts from the Spiral Abyss? This means I have 2 golden artifacts that I can use, which will be very useful for the early segment of this challenge. We then met Waterboy, who loves to read books. We then finished off his quest very easily. I then went to Sumeru for a bit, and yes, I am allowed to use my character in Sumeru. Now, for those who want to argue that I cannot use my character in Sumeru, let me give you some reasons of why I can use him. 1. Paimon doesn't tell me to go back. 2. I can use the element of the region. 3. Cause I can. And 4. I actually completely messed up because I used Amber and Jangling. Please forgive me. But it's okay because I didn't actually use them. I just had them in my inventory slot, so it's not that much of a deal. Plus, the only real consequences is when I use a character that isn't from their region during an Archon quest story or a story quest. When it comes to world exploration, it's not that bad. Guys, just give me a pass on this one, please. We then leveled up, and now we have some live commentary. Yay, we did it. We can move on to the next part of our journey. Oh wait, oh my god, I'm using Anemo. Look everyone, it's not a big deal. If I'm using Anemo in the wrong region, it's kind of okay. Because the only times where it really matters is when I'm actually doing the story quest, because that's where all the canonical stuff happens. Exploring wise, Hoyoverse have obviously intended for us to use every single element, but just for the story's sake, we use the right element. But it's not that much of a big deal, don't fret. Why? I love how the first thing I did was just collect the things. Collect the flowers. Don't rescue the man. Collect the flowers. That's what matters. Yay. We made it to the sky. I think it's kind of dumb that we have a dialogue where it's just like, I've never been up this high before. Bruh, you've been to Celestia.
It's time to sing whenever you're ready.
We then made it to the Golden House, in which we found our greatest betrayal, Ed Sheeran.
Few ever get the chance to square off with the Fatui Harbinger.
After Chard lost so hardly to a Dullblade Traveler, he decided to call Rage Quit and activate the I can't say the fucking word! Look, he activated the dragon, okay, and that dragon activated Osail. Osail is like a tentacle squid. We've all seen it before. And somehow, I failed the fucking thing! And I was so scared because, well, this is what happened. What? How? Oh my fucking god, that's the first time I failed that. I've never failed that before. That's bullshit. That's actual fucking bullshit. Go fuck yourself. Fuck yourself, you fucking piece of shit. Well, as you can see, I was clearly not having a good time because I thought I had to do all of that again. If you look at the dialogue, it told me to look for the guide to the Jade Chamber, and that was me thinking I had to do all of the quests again. Hoyoverse, please don't ever scare me like that again. You could see how much of a temper tantrum I just had just then, and trust me, an angry Krac is not a Krac you want to see. But this time though, however, I did complete it, and I had no issues whatsoever. I had no idea how I didn't properly complete it the first time, but oh well. After that absolute ruckus of a situation, we then moved back to the situations of the Harbingers and Zhongli. For a second here, I thought Zhongli betrayed us too, like he was involved in something bad. This was the first time when I played this game though. But anyways, Zhongli discusses about taking our next journey into Inazuma. Now, that is all for today, except it's not done. It's not done. Don't click off. As a bonus to this episode, we are going to add Dainsleif's part of the quest. That's right, we're gonna meet Scottish Dane. He then proceeded to ask us a few questions.
Hey, where'd you come from? You're not Irish, are you? Do you know what a Scotsman is? Where's your bagpipe? Right, that's all. You're getting robbed now. Give me 700 more.
Yeah, overall, a really perfect guy. He pretty much holds Genshin together, especially with that Scottish law. Oh man, the amount of times I heard
Bow towards the abyss!
over and over and over again, I'd have 1 million more.
The abyssal roar!
And we probably move on to one of the most important cutscenes in Genshin Impact. Oh, and just so you know, no, I haven't gotten Navia yet. So after the incident with Dainsleif and Lumine, well, the Abyssal sibling, our traveler really wanted our answers. And that is where we go on to Inazuma. Paimon was trying to motivate me to feel better.
Don't worry, you piece of shit. You're the main protagonist. Yeah!
Thank you, Paimon. I always like your help. You always say random shit, and your voice is so annoying now. I missed it when you had the Mondstadt voice.
Yeah, don't worry about it. The hoyoverse people are forcing me to speak like this.
Subscribe! Please, I'm the protagonist now! Please! I'm trying to get to 10,000! Thank you, wait till the next video. Bye!